The pitch from Acevedo.
Swung on the line, down the left field line for a base hit.
Fly ball, gap, right center field. And
Double him up at second.
Luke is going back to the 1-8 track. Get out the right, run and Buster Grandma. It is grand salami time.
Send Seattle to the American League Championship Series for the first time in 24 years.
Episode 174 of the Light the W podcast. Welcome back. I'm Domingo Anderson, as always, with you. And it's time for Dan Wilson to go. The Mariners are now a game below 500 and out of first place after a brutal weekend in Cleveland that should have been a series win. Mariners do their favorite thing, as Jeff would say, for the 7th time this season. They win the opening game and then drop the following two to drop the series. Where would they be if that number was even just cut in half? This Mariners team is just not clicking in any way right now, from the starting pitching, which was good again today, to the lineup, which has really struggled as of late, and then finally broke out for 5 runs and 13 hits today, but really struggled with runners in scoring position, once again going 2 for 14 and leaving 14 runners on base. But the biggest issue today was the bullpen. Of course, Eduard Bazardo comes in the 6th inning after a 2-out walk by Emerson Hancock, who was at 98 pitches. Mariners pull him. Dan Wilson pulls him on a short bullpen, mind you. Bazardo throws a third of an inning, gives up a hit, and gets a strikeout. And throws 10 pitches. And the Mariners decided not to throw him back out there for the 7th inning when they knew they didn't have the arms after that to make it all the way to the 9th inning. The only guys you had available were Bazardo, Spire, and Munoz in high leverage. That means you needed them to cover 3 innings. Bazardo should have been back out there for the 7th inning, and it should have been Brash out there for the 8th. But instead, Bazardo throws a third of an inning. Spire comes in, does his job, gets a clean inning in terms of at least keeping it scoreless. And then it's Michael Rucker and Mr. Josh Simpson who inevitably throw the game away. They give up 5 runs below the lead that the Mariners had at 3 runs, and the Mariners lose. Hancock threw 5 2/3 innings, giving up just 5 hits, 1 run, 3 walks with 6 strikeouts. A good start from him, and from getting rid of the piggyback, which kills your bullpen, to having a 6-man rotation right now, which kills your bullpen by leaving a man short, to Matt Brash being injured and Cooper Criswell being injured. The Mariners bullpen right now doesn't have enough guys to be able to cover more than 3 innings on a consistent basis in close games. And for a Mariners team that, look, ultimately they haven't even been playing all that many close games in general, they just weren't able to get the job done. This had to be a win. This needed to be a win. You needed the season series, but you lose the season series. You drop below 500. You lose first place. And it's just, the vibes are so fucking bad. Just so fucking bad. And I don't want to use that language, but it's just the truth. It's the truth. I don't have a lot to say, to be honest with you. I didn't get to watch the games this weekend, from being busy with work to all kinds of different things. I didn't get to watch Sunday or Friday night's games, and Saturday night just wasn't really worth watching for the most part. And you know, in some ways, I'm grateful that I didn't, because it's really frustrating watching this team right now. It's frustrating. It takes a toll on your mental health. It takes a toll on just your vibes and positivity and happiness and joy and all the good things in life. It really takes away from them. And we're all fans of this baseball team, and we're all fans of all our sports teams because they bring us joy. There are the, fans that only are there when the team is doing well, and fans that come out, and the bandwagons and stuff like that. The fair weather fans, you could say. But in some respects, we're all fair weather fans, right? We all want to see this team succeed. We all much prefer watching this team when they're succeeding, when they're playing the game and having fun. And look, ultimately, right? What is baseball? It's a sport, it's a game. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be something that you did as a kid because you enjoyed it. You enjoyed the team aspects. You enjoyed being challenged. You enjoyed having to work through struggles and learn and be better and get better and just have fun getting dirty in the dirt and throwing the ball and swinging the bat. It's not supposed to be a thing that is stressful, that takes a toll on you. That it's not supposed to be that. And look, it's a business at this level, right? Ultimately, it's a business for most. From the ownership to the front office to these guys, they're all trying to make money, keep their families afloat, right? All these different things. And there's pressure when you're not succeeding as a team, as an individual, and that's where this team is at right now. They're struggling to succeed. They're struggling to have fun and play with fire and play with a little bit of flair. They're lacking anything and everything that would free them up to be able to just go out there and enjoy themselves. Colt Emerson, Cole Young are 20 and 21 years old, respectively. And that's an age where you're meant to just be going out and having fun with, the boys, with whoever, right? That's sort of what that age is for. You're learning about yourself by going out there and having fun. And these guys are at the big league level, and, sometimes maybe they're having fun, but it's hard to have fun with this team right now. They returned this home this week, and I'm dragging myself to the ballpark on Monday because part of me is excited to go and be back at the ballpark, and I love watching this baseball team play, but I went to the ballpark 2 times on this last homestand, and both times I just dreaded the games. It was unwatchable. It was frustrating. It was sickening. Right? I don't want that. I want to be able to go to the ballpark and have fun and root on this team and not boo the manager and, boo Rob Refsnyder and all these different things. But, you look at it, Seattle Mariners are playing the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim this week, who are 36 and 49. Things could be a lot worse. You could be the Angels, right, who are starting a guy with an 8, almost 9 ERA tomorrow so far on his season in his career that's 23 years old, and Ryan Johnson has really freaking struggled, right, in his first couple tastes of the big leagues. Struggled last year and has struggled this year. This has got to be an opportunity for the Mariners to get some momentum, to get right, and be able to head into a weekend series where you need to freaking pick up some wins against the Toronto Blue Jays. 4th of July weekend, you got to figure out ways to win games, right? The Mariners have a 3-game set with the Angels to get right. If you, God forbid, drop 2 out of 3, if you, God forbid, get swept, change has got to be made. And fast. If the Mariners drop Monday night, and they manage to drop Tuesday night, and they haven't made turnover by then with the manager, and maybe with the roster a little bit, that is what Wednesday has to be used for. Wednesday is July 1st. It's no longer early. We are in the second half of the season. Maybe not by the All-Star break standards, but we are in the second half of the season. This team is starting to lose time to figure it out. You have 3 months now to figure it out. We're over 3 months in. There's a lack of fire. There's a lack of fun. There's a lack of clutch. There's a lack of trust. There's a lack of a lot going on right now with this team. And it's hard to be positive. I want to be the positive podcast. I want to be the one that is trying to find the fun in all of this. But it hasn't been fun. A 2-4 road trip in Pittsburgh and Cleveland, two teams that you should beat. And look where we are. Look where we are. June 29th, look where we are. Second place in the American League West. That is as bad as I can ever remember it being in my lifetime. And you're hosting now the bottom team in that division. A team that is a complete mess, that has their best player injured, that has one, maybe two starting pitchers that are at all decent, and that just fired their general manager. And I have zero faith in this team to beat them. Does this team trust itself to beat them? I don't know. I can't tell you the answer to that. But if this team in the back of its mind is saying, how we're playing right now, we're not beating the Los Angeles Angels, that's a problem. That's a leadership problem. That's a player problem. That's a manager problem. That's a management problem. That's a very big problem that trickles all the way down from ownership to the players to now the fans. Again, I'm going to say it again. This is a figure it out, get right series for the Mariners. Go whoop the Angels' asses for 3 games. Have some confidence in you. Make a change on Monday morning, whether it's Wilson quitting, Wilson getting fired. I don't really care. Whether it's a ghost IL stint for one of these pitchers, whether it is guys getting cut, guys getting their positions changed. Look, the lineup's been changed now. Good. That's a step. But this bullpen's not good enough. They don't have enough guys there. Whatever you can try and do to mix things up, it's gotta be freaking done. Because this team has sky-high aspirations and, more importantly, expectations. And if you fail to meet those aspirations and expectations, this city is going to riot. This podcast is going to riot. These players, this clubhouse is going to riot, be frustrated, lose belief in each other. You have to trust each other. You have to trust the people in charge. And if that has gone, if that is not there, if you don't trust the leadership to put out a good team and put out a quality lineup and give yourself an actual opportunity to win, from managing the bullpen to making substitutions, pinch hitters, pinch runners, defensive replacements, to starting lineup, all of this, if you can't trust your manager and your front office and your management and all these guys to do that, they cannot be there. We can't change these players, but you can change the voices that are in their heads, that are in their ears. If you change that, there is an opportunity to change how this team is rolling and going. Because I don't want to be rolling in a negative direction like we are right now. I want to roll towards the positive. I want to start getting this team back in the win column. It doesn't got to be a 10-game win streak. But give me 3-4 series in a row where you win them. You get a sweep in there. We've talked about the 7 out of 10. Find ways to win games. That's what I'm asking. It has to start Monday. It has to start with the series. Win game one, take it one game at a time, one inning at a time, one at-bat at a time. Pass the baton. Trust your teammates. You're not going to go 1 for 12 every single day with this lineup. It's going to turn around. But if the starting pitching and the bullpen can't figure it out alongside them and they can't find consistency, this team's going to struggle. They need a consistent aspect of their team to be able to carry them through the hard times and through the good times. And that's got to be the starting pitching. It has to come back. It has to be the core, the rock of this team. The lineup is not the core and the rock of this team. The lineup is going to fluctuate as any lineup does. But as the lineup fluctuates, I want the starting pitching to be able to give them an opportunity to win each and every single day. And that's not going to be realistic. They're not going to literally every single day be able to do it. But 90% of the games, 95% of the games, give this team an opportunity to win. And right now, that's 6 full innings, each and every single start. Bullpen's going to be short. There's no doubt about that. But if you can't make a trade, it's the guys you got here right now. Figure it out. Whatever you can do starts Monday. Win 2 out of 3 in this series. I'll talk to you guys Wednesday. Thank you so much for listening. It's been episode 174 of the Light the W podcast. Till next time, go Emps. Figure it out and peace.